Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back. Now to introduce my first guest, let's take a look at this video.
Hey, and I'm Ian Hodgkinson, and I'm project managing this awesome project. It's something that we've got to carry out in 2 days. What on earth are we going to do?
This facility will open the door for that, literally open the door to give kids a great chance for learning, developing and moving forward and making something of their lives. So much in, but these 4 guys have been exceptional. Thank you so much. It is a dream come true. It's a miracle. Well done, brilliant. And do you know what? It doesn't end today. Today's where it begins.
So now I'd like to introduce Ian Hodgkinson. Hello, Ian.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
So we saw you in action there.
Yes.
But can you tell the viewers what you do?
I'm actually a builder and a property developer these days.
Yeah. And the name of your business?
It's Hodgkinson Builders.
Hodgkinson Builders. So you've got his very own business. Now he's very, very successful, but you do have a very deep story because you've been through hell, haven't you, really? And you managed to come out on top somehow. Yeah.
Well, it's all about resilience, isn't it? And the last few years have been very, very difficult. Very difficult. You know, almost to the point where we're on our knees, and we've had some really, really deep and sad times. But it's just about resilience and keeping going. And that never giving up attitude, you know, in any respect.
When did you actually start the business?
That's a good question. I left school when I was 16, right? So if we take it back to the beginning, I left school when I was 16, and I went to work for a local firm as a brickier, as an apprentice, and I had a couple of years there. And they wouldn't send me on my advanced craft and extra study, and so my father took me on, and he was also in the building trade. He was a plasterer, you see. So I worked for him for another couple of years, but I always felt that I didn't want a 9-to-5 job or an 8 till 4 or whatever. I wanted to do my own thing, you see. So
you always had that drive.
I always had that drive, yes, that drive, which is very important in people that want to work for themselves, which is initially how I saw it. I wanted to work for myself, and I wanted to build my own house, and I wanted to have, you know, a business. But I stayed on at college, and I think I was there till about 25, learning and whatever. And but at the age of 21, when I was halfway through that education at the local college, I was offered a job lecturing there. So that gave me a really good grounding. I also had I took part-time work as well. I was working at local pubs, and some of those people I engaged with at that point, I'm still in contact with today, and I've done work for them. So it's a case of, you know, I understood from an early age it's getting engaged with people and working hard and being honest. I remember working as a brickie until probably the late 80s, and that's this particular firm I was working for. They weren't taking on individuals anymore. They were going to contract out, so we were all potentially going to lose our jobs.
Oh, gosh.
But I said, I'll do that. I'll take those contracts on. So I took the lads on that were potentially going to lose their jobs. I also took some of the lads on that I'd been teaching, and also some of the lads I'd been to college with. And I set about going on these contracts.
So you seized the opportunity, in other words.
I seized the opportunity, yes, and I grasped it. I've got to say, when there's one door closes, 10 open, right? So I took those opportunities, and I did exactly what it says on the tin, and I did my best for these people, and we did them a great job. So we got another one, and then another one, and then that was able to fund some house building. So
because you do hear a lot of horror stories about builders and things, so it's really great when you find someone that you can trust.
That is true. Because that's how I am. If I say I'm going to turn up at 8 o'clock, I will be there at 8. And people say, "You're here?" Well, yeah, I'm here, and they're surprised just because you're going to do exactly what you've said. Yeah,
so important.
I don't understand that in other people where they don't turn up. I want to turn up, and I want to do the job, and I'm enthusiastic about it, and I want to give them. I want to see the faces.
Yeah.
You know, oh, crikey, he's done a good job. You know, and that's how I see it. That's how I see it. And we set about building houses, and I can remember buying one plot of land. And it's the way that you think differently as well, don't you? And I thought, I reckon I can get 2 on there. So I went back into planning and I got 2. So basically I got a free plot. So that we was able to capitalise on that. And I can remember the guy that I was buying the timber from, and I got to know him. He was the timber rep, and he said, I know somebody else that I sell timber to who wants bricklayers and builders. So I then started working for 2 firms, and the reputation started to grow, and we always paid well, and we got the best, or what I thought was the best guys, and we built from there.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now obviously, like, things started to build up, but then you went through a few lows. Can you tell us about those as well?
Oh yeah, 2007 and 2008, we were on a crest of a wave. If we start there, and that was basically at the end of the last boom, and then things started to fall off the edge with the bank crises and then everything. So we'd got staff on, and we got it was very, very difficult times. We'd got a guy a quantity surveyor that had worked for me for 10 years. We knew he wasn't well, but you don't actually comprehend this. But he ended up committing suicide.
Gosh.
That to me was stuff that you read in the papers. That you
don't expect it to happen to someone you know, do you?
No.
Yeah.
You know, he's there one day, and then the next day his wife is ringing up and saying that this had happened. I just, you know, I really, really struggled with that.
Yeah.
You see, you know, depression or mental illness or whatever it was, I don't know a lot about it. Of course, you get a feeling that he's ill, but to me, somebody that's ill has got a cold or is, you know, they broke their arm, or you know, physically I can see that, but not that. I couldn't.
Some people hide it really well, I have to say. They do really hide it, because when I was going through depression, I hid it well. Yeah. Most of all my friends didn't know, only the ones that I told. Yeah. So, you know, it is possible to hide it, and sometimes they might say, oh, maybe she's looking a bit down, but they don't ever think that someone will go to that point of actually killing themselves. But obviously that was a big low in your time, in your business. How did you guys recover from that?
Just basically going back to work, focusing on what we had in front of us, and we were in the middle of a recession, so we'd got that and this, but I still felt that we were still fortunate because we were still there. We were trying hard, and trying to remain focused to get through it. Very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. And it's time. Time is a great healer of working through it.
Now something else happened as well, didn't it?
Yeah. A couple of years after that, I lost my business partner. We'd been working together for 20 years. A great guy that I trusted immensely. to the extent that, you know, we were really bonded together, you know, to the extent
it's like family, isn't it? When you work with someone
yeah.
that closely, they become like a brother to you, a family member.
And he was running a very important side of the business, and which allowed me to concentrate on my side of the business, and it worked very, very well. We used to work in unison, and we would often phone each other up at exactly the same time. It was weird. Yeah. I was just about to phone you, and it was incredible. And that's how closely we were together. We would actually be thinking the same processes, and it was. I was absolutely devastated. You know,
What happened to him?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He died suddenly of a pulmonary embolism, I think it's called, 55 years of age.
Gosh,
yeah.
all right. Ian, we're going to go to a quick break, but then afterwards, obviously, you've spoken about some really tough times that you went through, but also there's more, which we're going to talk about after the break, but also how things have been going for you, because things are going really, really well at the moment, aren't they?
Yes.
So do join us after this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.